Another day, another story. Why was this book banned? Lolita. Vladimir Nabokov's controversial book, Lolita, tells the tale of Humbert Humbert, a professor of literature who develops feelings for Dolores Haze, a young girl he refers to as Lolita. Due to its graphic depiction of a pedophilic connection and the morally repulsive nature of the subject matter, the book has been prohibited and is subject to censorship. The restrictions are in place due to worries about child abuse, obscenity, minor protection, and the contentious subjects the book explores. Lolita story. Lolita is known for its poetic prose, intricate wordplay, and complex characterization. Nabokov masterfully crafts a narrative that forces readers to confront uncomfortable truths about the darker aspects of human nature and the blurred lines between love, lust, and possession. The story begins with Humbert's recollections of his childhood love, Annabelle, and how her tragic death shapes his later relationships. As an adult, Humbert moves to a small New England town and rents a room in the house of Charlotte Haze, a widowed mother. Humbert becomes infatuated with Charlotte's 12-year-old daughter, Dolores, whom he renames Lolita in his mind. Humbert manipulates Charlotte into marrying him to remain close to Lolita, despite his true desires being solely focused on the young girl. He begins a secret and illicit relationship with Lolita, taking her on a cross-country journey while avoiding suspicion from others. Throughout the novel, Humbert's narration reveals his inner conflicts, attempts to justify his actions, and his complex emotions toward Lolita. While he sees himself as a tragic romantic figure driven by an overwhelming love for her, his actions are morally objectionable and illegal. As Lolita matures, their relationship becomes more strained, and she rebels against Humbert's control. Eventually, she escapes from him, leaving him devastated and consumed by his obsession. The latter part of the novel follows Humbert's relentless pursuit of Lolita, haunted by his memories of their time together and searching for a sense of closure. True incident based on Lolita story. In March 1948, Sally Horner walked into a Camden, New Jersey store to steal a notebook on a dare from a girls' club. Under the watchful eyes of Frank LaSalle, who had been released from prison after serving a long sentence for the statutory rape of 5 girls between the ages of 11 and 14, Horner was forced to follow his instructions and regularly report back to him. To evade the police, LaSalle moved Horner across the country, stopping in Maryland, Texas and California. A neighbor invited Horner over while LaSalle was away and coaxed the real story out of the child. LaSalle was arrested and Horner was sent home to New Jersey, but her difficulties weren't over. Nabokov used the story of Sally Horner's rescue as scaffolding for Lolita, a novel about a middle-aged man's sexual obsession with a young girl. Horner was rescued 2 years before her death in a car accident. Nabokov likely learned of Horner's story 2 years earlier when she was rescued. Humbert Humbert takes Lolita on a westward journey across the U.S. and sexually assaults her in private. The novel Lolita is inspired by the case of 11-year-old Sally Horner, who was abused by Frank LaSalle. Nabokov never admitted he was inspired by Horner's case, but Weinman believes it is important for women's voices to be heard. Weinman remembers a candid shot taken after Horner returned home, which she feels is a waste that she didn't have a chance to grow up. If Lolita had been published in her lifetime, she would have read it, and what would she have thought of it? Her ordeal was the inspiration for Vladimir Nabokov's novel Lolita, which has sold over 50 million copies and was one of the most controversial novels of the 20th century. But in all the furor over the book, Horner's story has been forgotten. Thanks for watching.